Hey everyone, the Basement Crafter here. My name's Amanda and welcome to my channel. Today I have another DIY video for you. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. It will help my channel a lot. I appreciate everyone that has already subscribed. My goal is 1,000 subscribers by Easter, so help me get there by subscribing, commenting, and sharing. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So to start this project, I'm going to take a 12-inch wood round from Target. It's by Mondo Llama. And I didn't take everything out of this video. I wanted to keep in like me looking for my tools and all that stuff, just to show like the real side of crafting. I wanted to leave it all in. But to start, I'm going to I tried to use my little spatula for the staple and stuff that was on the back of it, but it didn't really work. So I just grabbed my little snips and used them. That's what I use for staples most of the time. And then I'm going to grab a screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, and I'm going to take the sawtooth hanger off the back because we're not going to be hanging this. And then you'll see me use my heat gun to take the sticker off the back also. And I got that little set of screwdrivers from the dollar store. And they've worked really well for me. I haven't had any problems with them. They work just as well as the $20 tool set that I got off of Amazon. And then this is where I use my spatula, just so that I don't mess my nails up, even though crafting always messes my nails up anyway. And then I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint in white and my plaid brush, and I'm going to give the top of it, I think I give it 2 good coats of the white, and I use my heat gun in between each coat just to make it go faster. I try my best not to get it on the side because I'm going to use a different color on the side, but it will be a darker color being used, so it doesn't really matter if you get the white on there too much. But just to save myself the trouble, I tried in the beginning, and then you can see I kind of gave up a little bit, but I tried to keep it off the sides. And then for the side, I'm going to use Lavender by Folk Art, and I'm just taking my little plaid brush, and I'm going to just paint it. And if it's out of frame for a little bit, I do apologize, but I'm just giving the side. I'm not doing the bottom, just doing the side in purple. And I do give this 2 good coats too, but for the side of this wood sign, that top part, that groove that like dips in right there, the part that I'm painting right now, some of it was like real chippy. It was like tore up some, so it was kind of hard. I had to like dab the paint in. I couldn't just, swipe it on. I had to dab it in. And then you see me grabbing the white here to try and touch up as I go where the purple gets on the top. But you just do that all the way around, touching up as you go, where you have to. And just, I do think I gave it 2 coats of the purple. Guys, purple is my favorite color, so you might see me use purple a lot in my crafting, but this particular shade of purple that I found by Folk Art has been my favorite shade of purple thus far. In all of the different colors purple paint that's out there, this has been my absolute favorite. And about halfway through, I gave up on trying to paint that top part of the side with a bigger brush, and I went and grabbed my little makeup brush from Five Below. I love these makeup brushes. They came in a pack of 6, I think, and I used the bigger ones for my Mod Podge, and then I used the little ones for detail, and it just really helped with the jagged edges of this sign. I love, I don't know what the bristles of these makeup brushes are made of, but I love them. They're really great, and it really worked well for getting the side of this sign. And here I'm just touching up again. Although after what my next step is, I'm not sure why I was so worried about touching up the purple paint, but I guess it was just because I kind of do things on the fly, and I didn't realize that I was, or didn't know that I was going to be doing what I do to the top of this, and you'll see what I'm talking about shortly. I left all the painting in because it's relaxing for me to paint, and it's relaxing when I watch people paint. So, I maybe it's relaxing for you too, so that's why I wanted to leave it in there. If it does help you relax, leave me a comment below. Let me know. If it doesn't help you relax and it bores you and you want me to fast forward or cut it out altogether of my next videos, let me know, please. I'd love your input on my videos. Now we're going to paint the back white. I do give it 2 coats as well. Although you don't really see the back of it, I like to have a finished product, as most people do. And I will be putting this in my store, so I want it to paint the back of it white. So now I'm taking, and this is what I was talking about, I'm taking the chippy brush and I'm going to distress it a little bit with purple paint. So I didn't really have to do all that touching up, but you live and you learn, and now I know for when I make more for the store. And now if you do this at home, not to really so much worry about the touching up, because I feel like this made it look a lot better. I felt like without the distressing on it, it just looked really plain. And I wanted it to have some character. So I distressed the back of it, and I distressed the front of it as well. And I do it up and down and horizontally. So I do vertical distressing and horizontal distressing. I thought it looked really good. It gave it some dimension. after the distressing, I take my finger sander, and this yellow one, I believe, is the lightest grit or the lowest grit that came in this pack. And I just give it a light sanding, and I follow the distressing lines. So I do the horizontal, and then I do the vertical, and then I wipe it clean, of course, afterwards. I just didn't show that. But then I go ahead and do the same horizontal and vertical distressing on the front of the tray as well. And I sand it afterwards also. And just so that the purple on the sides isn't so dominant, I do a light distressing on that as well with my chippy brush and my white Waverly chalk paint. And then I also sand that too, so that in the spots that I put too much white, it wasn't too globby, too dark. And then it also brought through a little bit of that natural wood color as well, and I just thought it looked really great. And now it's time for the fun part. I got this lavender colored vinyl out of a pack of, it was like 72 different colored 12 by 12 vinyl sheets off of Amazon. I'll try to link that down below for you guys. But I'm just weeding it here. This vinyl, I do like it. I like the colors that it comes in. The variety of colors that it gives you is really nice. But for small things, like especially those letters, they wanted to stay on the vinyl. I had to really be careful and watch what I was doing. So I made a couple trays since doing this one, and I did them in different colors and stuff. And what I learned was easiest was to I took my utility knife and I cut sections around the design and did like one corner of the design at a time, so I didn't have such a huge piece of vinyl to try and tear off while I was weeding it, and it was just really, really helpful. You see me take the painter's tape here. I'm going to try to tape the paper down while I'm doing it. I don't really think that worked. I think it winds up popping up or something. I can't remember. But yeah, really the best thing to do is to take your utility knife and lightly cut the design into 4 sections and weed it that way, so you don't have this huge piece of vinyl that you're trying to work with. And as you'll see later on, I wind up having to cut the design into pieces anyway, because it didn't fit onto the tray. The tray was 12-inch round, and I did a 12-inch square, not thinking that 12-inch square is bigger than a 12-inch round. So it was much bigger than what I needed it for. So I had to cut it down and kind of piece it together myself to make it work. But you see here, see how I cut it like that? I cut it around the design to make the pieces that I have to weed smaller. It was just 10 times easier this way. But definitely be careful working with this particular vinyl when you're weeding it, not to pull any of your pieces away with the vinyl. You don't want to lose letters or small pieces, commas, periods, anything like that. So just really take your time. So you see I had to cut the design up into pieces because it just wasn't fitting on the tray properly. So I just had to cut them up and arrange them the way that they would fit, or the way that I thought they would fit best. And you can see where I had to put the lettering inside of the drink and snack holes. And then I just apply it the way that I laid it out. And then this is done. Where it says love at the bottom, I didn't do the kids' names in vinyl because I was just I'm gonna let them just write their own names on there with a permanent marker. I just thought it would give it a nice personal touch. And then I do wind up buying some dishwasher safe Mod Podge and giving the whole thing 2 good coats because you're putting food on this, and I want it to be able to be washed without getting ruined, because I like for my kids to have this for years to come. And the design that I'm using, I did get off of Cricut Design Space, so anybody can make this tray. And if you do, I would love it if you would send me a picture over on Instagram. My handle is the Basement Crafter MD over there as well. And I also have an Etsy shop open now, and I will try to link both of them below. So let me know what you guys think. And again, if you make this on your own, send me a picture, please. I'd really love to see it. So thanks for watching, guys. I just want to thank everyone for taking the time out of their day to watch my video. It really means so much to me. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I really plan on posting at least 1, hopefully 2 videos a week. And I'd just love for you to join me on my journey. So thanks, guys. Hope you had a great time, and catch you next time.